As tensions escalate between East and West, the British government are under pressure to boycott the TV channel Russia Today, but Boris Johnson is right to avoid censorship. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another news update. We just did a quick live stream an hour ago, a quick live reaction to what's happening in Ukraine. One of the main topics being discussed, and we talked about earlier, is Russia Today, the state TV channel that's linked to the Russian government. And of course, it's a propaganda arm of the Russian state. We know that, just like any other state TV channel, depending on what country you're talking about. That's always the case. But how do you deal with it? Because there are a lot of people right now who are making it black and white, saying that Boris should use the cabinet, politicians should personally interfere and get involved and use the government to ban TV channels left, right and center. That is bad. And I actually agree with the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, when he stood up yesterday and said that no, he refuses to get politicians involved because this is not what we do in a free and democratic society.
Right honourable friend, the Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport has already asked Ofcom to review that matter. But what I will say, Mr. Speaker, is that we live in a democracy, Mr. Speaker, and we live in a country that believes in free speech. And I think it's important that we should leave it up to Ofcom rather than to politicians to decide which media organisations to ban. That's what Russia...
That is a good point, isn't it? Because it shouldn't be the job of politicians to randomly ban things just because, let's just say that Russia Today or any other channel would be spreading propaganda or fake news or misinformation, as if the BBC are not doing the same thing. But that aside, it shouldn't really be the job of governments. But I would compromise and say one thing. If, hypothetically, let's just say, there will be a direct conflict between the UK and Russia. Direct conflict. They are literally coming to London and Dover. They are literally outside with their boats and planes and everything else. They're here. That changes the situation because a state-run TV channel, studio, that's linked to a government or a country that we now see them as direct enemies, then you actually don't even need to get Ofcom to get involved. You actually could use the intelligence community, your MI5s and GCHQ to actually interfere, and the Foreign Office, let's say, to interfere and ban them in the name of national security. That I understand, but until that point, allow them to exist. It's up to the British public, and the British public are not stupid. It's actually healthy for us to be exposed to all sides, to facts, to fake news, to misinformation, to semi-news. You have to be exposed to all sides. You have to hear all sides to be able to form your opinion. And also, how would you know what's real and what's not if you don't really get it from both angles? That's the problem that you have. And the issue is, I actually even disagree with Boris that he said he already got Nadine Dorries to recommended to Ofcom for them to investigate this. Even that shouldn't happen, because that is still the cabinet telling Ofcom what to do. So I'm not defending RT. I'm not even pro RT. Of course, as I said, people have to be exposed to all sorts of news and sources and views, but it's just for the sake of keeping our own sanity. And if you want to have a moral high ground, then you can't go around and ban things just because you disagree with them. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm going to come back with more news updates throughout the day. I'm Tousi and we are the media.